Unit 5 is the logical continuation of Unit 4, and it introduces the vocabulary of wild animals and sea animals. We start the same way as we started with farm animals. We do the vocabulary on wild animals and we learn the chant. Also, next pages show you that here we also have a video on animal sounds, and you can use it for, again, recycling the vocabulary on animals and learning about their sounds. Please note that this video doesn't show all the animals that are presented on the worksheet, but it's okay. There are a couple of them that are not introduced in the video, and your kids will learn them easily. After you've gone through the wild animals, there is a chance to see the sea animals. And sea animals make a wonderful vocabulary to illustrate the variety of shapes. That is why here we not only learn the vocabulary, again, trace and copy the words, and learn the chant, which may be downloaded from our YouTube channel, but also we can talk about the shapes of the sea animals and go back to the shape section and review the shapes. And while kids learn about the sea animals and the song Baby Shark, we can also go back to the family section and review the family names. It might seem a bit difficult, but we would like to introduce habitats here as well, because students are always interested in places of animal living, and though the videos that we recommend show very detailed explanation about habitats, I would recommend to just stop at the very beginning and introduce the main habitats to your students, and then you can talk about the habitats and the animals which inhabit these habitats. Then, after talking about the habitats, we go to animal movements, and as you already remember, they belong to expanding vocabulary, and we'll see animal movements, just movements, in many other topics, so no rush in learning them by heart. However, you may use TPR here, show all the movements. You may review the vocabulary of Unit 4 and then use this vocabulary in sentences with can and can't. And again, you see that in the task with animals and their movements, we can talk about different movements of the same animal. Final speaking of and reading about zoo animals recycles the vocabulary of colors, descriptive adjectives, animal sounds, movements, and even fruits and vegetables. You read this speaking and reading using horizontal lines. Also, your students may trace the words and read them, and starting with this task, you will see that there will be an extra line for each phrase that will allow your students copying this line later. Why I say later? Because that will be too much for one lesson, and probably if you don't give it as a home task, you can go back to the speaking later and read the same lines again and finally copy them in the lines.